1 minute. This session will be live streaming. Once it starts streaming, we can start the session.
Okay.
Mahesh sir, can we start the session now?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, we are started.
Okay.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend and thank you for joining this session. I'm Uday Sagar from Student Placement Council, your host for the evening. In today's session, we are going to see how and what projects help you become a machine learning engineer. To talk about this, we have a guest for the evening, Mr. Sanyam Jain. Mr. Sanyam Jain is an accomplished individual currently working as an ML engineer at Figure Design, a company backed by Antler and Google. Having strong foundation in machine learning, Sanyam has paved an excellent career path for himself from academia to industry, making significant contributions at every step. I must also say that he is a proud student of IIT Madras PhD degree program. I'm sure his expertise is going to help us get a better understanding about choosing a right project to work on, which will kickstart a career as an ML engineer. I welcome you, sir, and very much looking forward to the session.
Hi everyone. So let's start with the session. My name is Sayam, and right now I'm working as a machine learning engineer in Figure. So, first, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Yeah. So, hi everyone. Like I said, my name is Sayam, and I'm working as a machine learning engineer in Figure. So, the title of the talk is like what projects you should make, right, to get into like as a stepstone in your machine learning journey. So I will just cut out with the chase that ki, let's say we have our MLP project. If I'm like most of the people are in which level? Can you ask, like, are they in diploma in data science or in what? Like I should just get a like, okay, these are the people. Like can you just raise hand, like how many people have done like are in diploma in data science or in, yeah, like, okay, diploma, okay, okay, diploma, okay, like only diploma, like I want just want to have a guess, okay, diploma and degree, like how many people are there? Yeah. Okay, diploma, DS diploma, foundation, DS diploma and DS and foundation. Okay. So first of all, let's start with the very basics. I will tell, okay, how you should start with the very foundation, like how, about the whole this program, BS degree, and how it can majorly help you in that. So right in the foundations, you have your stats 2 and maths 2 if I'm not wrong. So you can pick your stats 2, and you have already done like Python, right, from Sudarshan sir. So you can start implementing statistical machine. You can start with you can start applying stats in Python through NumPy through Sci. So you can first make some projects, very small foundation projects on scientific like a scientific calculator or like some scientific, you have functions, you can implement them through SciPy, and that is like a foundation. So in foundation you can do this such that you will get a good grasp of maths 2 and stats 2 as well. Then here comes in your diploma in programming or your diploma in data science. So as we are all going towards like ML engineer, so now you have two things to go into ML engineer. Now there are like very big tech companies, or are there, these are startups. These are the only two things. Now in big techs, they major focus on the DSA part more. Then they see your projects. In in startups phase, they more see your dev side than the DSA side. So now the projects will vary here. Let's say on the, if you have very going, you know, big tech, they will just see, okay, you have made something, and not like end to end also, but you have some projects in your resume, but not that also, okay, that are too common, right? Let's say if I pick 10 resumes from IIT Madras data science only, like, and I say, okay, most of them have common subjects, more common subjects, most of them have common projects. Now let's say we have common projects. So now what, like one thing, what is the X factor that you are doing that guy is not doing? Why should I hire you? So now the projects will vary according to that. First good project is our MLP only, machine learning practice. The Kaggle competitions are top notch for any project. Like you open Kaggle competition leaderboard and you have, okay, this Kaggle competition is there, and for every domain there is some Kaggle competition. So first I would suggest that anyone going for a role like an ML engineer, what an X factor can be, that X factor can be a Kaggle profile. Yeah, just wait, 1 minute. So in like so Kaggle competition can one of be very good things. Your let's say in DSA we have CF, we have your lead code, right? For your machine learning part you have your Kaggle. So Kaggle has tiers, masters, experts. So you can target that, and that we have also divisions, right? So Kaggle can be a very good thing. You can show in your resume as a project. Okay, this was a Kaggle competition. I did this and I received a rank of this. First, second, some people say कि Kaggle can't be count as a project because some people say because you have to use it in a very real world use case, right? So what you can do, any algorithm that you have picked from the Kaggle or any competition that you have won, make a streamlet out of it. Make any what you will say a POC, proof of concept. Okay, this was a Kaggle competition, this was the data set, this was my solution, and just represented in a very good way. That can be a project. Now what can else be the projects? BDM, business. We have like a capstone project, right, of a BDM. Yet you have to go to a business, you have to understand their data, and then you have to visualize, and then you have to tell based on the patterns, okay, you can do this, you can do that, to increase the revenue or to whatever, what is the main problem there, right? So BDM and MLP can be the very foundation good projects to get into any data science role, even a data analyst role or a business analyst role. Like now I guess the business analyst business BDM project has changed a little bit. I guess they're allowing to take the Kaggle dataset, that you can also do, but I will go to the fundamentals, very fundamentals, how to be good at Kaggle. Okay, wait, yeah, we'll just take, okay, how to be good at Kaggle, the competition which award medals is very hard for beginners. Yeah, now there are some tricks here what you can do, right? For getting good at Kaggle competition, first, let's say you have a Kaggle competition leaderboard, you have some code, you have some what was it notebooks there, publicly notebooks, like many grandmaster people have already put it their solution. So you can go through it, you can try to understand it. You should have a teammate, I will suggest that, who has a little more experience or little much more hands-on. They can more guide you. Then I will say what you can do, you can copy their solution, you can try implementing, you can try changing some hyperparameters, you can try changing some, what else, it's more of a like, it can work, it cannot work, you just have to try a little bit. That can be good. We don't have such kind of GPUs to work on big Kaggle projects. If we go with simpler algorithms, we cannot get any good ranking. If we get 20th or 50th rank out of 1000 teams, would it be good enough to manage? Yeah, obviously. You can have that solution, right? You don't have GPU, right? So you can try with that. So you can go with that. And hey, I guess my camera is on, right? Uday? Uday, you're mute. You're mute.
Yes, sir, it is on.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, so as I was saying, you should have like you can go with Kaggle. If you have not kind of GPUs, first thing you can try with Collab. You can try with Kaggle also. Kaggle also provides you GPUs. They have TPU as well. You can do parallel programming also. Let's say you don't have that much GPU, so you can sort of buy. I guess there are some online GPUs as well, like some Jarvis Labs is Jarvis Labs, and you have Collab Pro also. You can do that also. But if you think for this competition I don't need, you don't want to pay for that, you need anything free, so I will say you can try with Collab or Kaggle. Kaggle has its own GPUs, right? Because Kaggle also understand this, because of people need GPUs to do all the ML programming, right? So try with Kaggle. So Kaggle can be a first stepstone in building your project. Second, in my whole career, I stumbled upon one thing, that was BuildSpace. It's a startup by venture, like backed by A16Z and Y Combinator. So what was BuildSpace is all about? Ki basically they're giving you a platform to build anything, but that anything should be your burning problem. Okay, let's say I found out, okay, this is problem like which is core to my heart and I want to solve that as a programmer, as an engineer. So BuildSpace provided me a platform. Okay, you have 4 weeks. First build, think about what the problem is. Second, market it. Second, make a solution, make a POC. Third, market it. And fourth, get some users. So what you can do with your project is also a similar kind of way. You can make a project, you can make, okay, this is my problem, this I'm trying to solve, this is my project. I'm not saying Jupyter notebooks, I'm not saying that project should have a visual kind of appeal. Okay, like any streamlet, any basic streamlet, that will work. You're trying to solve some problems, and you can just start, you can put it on LinkedIn, you can put it on Twitter, you can put it on anywhere, and you can gain some feedback. Okay, what should be there? Like, okay, let's say if you want to get some users on it, So what are they facing? What do they want to try your product? So you can just start that and you can aggregate on that and you can start iterating on that. Okay, I should do this, I should do this. This way you will get a real feedback and your project can improve a lot. Second, third thing, what can be in your project's latest tech stack? Whatever in the market is currently booming, pick that, make a project out of it. But now the thing is, if I'm expert in data sets and notebooks but not in content, that is still valuable, or middle synchronous is the only thing that matter. No, that is also valuable. But I will again say कि some people they seek Kaggle competition experts also more. Like they will prefer them more. Let's say I am here and there is someone in the competition expert or gold medal, right? So they will always prefer competition one rather me. But let's say if I am the only Kaggle expert and no one is there, then they will prefer me. It all based on the your sample space. Like out of that sample space, where are you standing? Yeah. So first, you said to collect business data. Most of the business in small towns are still far away from using computers to create it. How do we create data to solve their problems? Nice question. Okay, you said to collect, like in many, yeah. What I will say, कि when there was no computer involved, people used to pen paper. They used to take a paper and they used to write the data right there. So you can do that. Let's say if small businesses don't have that, let's say a tea stall, like, or any, like what will say tapri. Like if a tapri of people doesn't have that much of a resource that you're saying, do it for them. Take some charge for them if you want to do, or like tell them I will do it for free. I just want to give a report to IIT Madras for BDM project. Many people did that in my batch, to be honest. They let it go to a tea stall, they let it ask for the okay, आप भैया ये लिख दीजिए और हमको बता दीजिए, हम उसको बना देंगे. And yeah, also very good, very good Shivang. There are many ML problems in small businesses. Now, for ML, see, uh, I will just tune the ML definition a little bit. ML is only stats, right? So Shivang, if you can't solve anything with ML, but you can some things solve with stats also. So ML is nothing but your foundations of stats too, right? Or MLF or MLT, if I will say according to diploma. So first of all, you can make so yeah. First projects can be Kaggle. Second, Kaggle plus Streamlit or Kaggle plus your Mad one. What was the Mad one tech stack? I guess Vue.js, Flask, and all that. Third, it can be both plus new tech stack. Let's say RAG or like any latest research papers, right? I guess yeah. I guess it was very good question, right? Like how to gain a good ranking in Kaggle competitions. Try. So now Kaggle competitions are many. Like some are very competitive in nature. Like by some are like by ISCR, Harvard. Some are like backed by those also. Like some competitions, and they have very good prize money. So now to get the solution to your to very top level, you have to implement some research paper here and there. So try to apply some research paper also. You can show that in your project, okay, I applied this paper by this company in your problem. It will show, okay, you have some skills, you know how to read a paper, you know how to implement it. So it will show to the interviewer, okay, you have a skill. Then also, let's say if you have a build a project from end to end, you should know about that project end to end. Let's say if I ask you why you choose this over this, you should know that. Otherwise, what I will assume, you have cheated or you have copied someone. So it's you should know. Let's say if you have made some a project on RAG, normal RAG. Okay. Now what is RAG? Retrieve, augment, generation. People can search it on it. Okay. So let's say you have made a project on RAG, but when I'm asking what is RAG, you're just giving a very basic information. You're not able to go in depth when I'm asking to and fro questions. So that tells me you haven't done the project that much in depth. So first project should be that you love, that you want to learn. Let's say my very basic projects were when I was doing MLT or like MLP even, I was side by side writing all the things in NumPy also to get visual. Okay, so how will this, how is this, how is this. Then second project I started with was with Kaggle. I have a Kaggle community in Delhi, Kaggle Delhi NCR. You can search all that. So there we have their grandmasters, experts, many people. So I collaborated with them. Then I started doing research. I started cold mailing professors. Now you can start with cold mailing professors too if you want to get some real world experience of like what are the projects can be good. You can ask your professors. Let's say I am a dual degree student. I have just completed from my VTech in Manipal also, and right now I'm in that diploma level also. So you can ask professors, right? Okay, what should be the project? What are they tackling? Can you help them? So that can be a very good project in start. And now the whole thing comes down to one level: how you're representing all this in your resume, or how are you, like, let's say if we are BS degree level students, we want to get an opportunity in startups. So first you should cold mail any startup founder for that. Let's say we're targeting an X startup, so you should cold mail X founder. In startups these things play a role. Sometimes in my cases what would happen, I didn't cold mail any of them. Most of them get what will say cold mailed me. So what happened in my case was, because I was too much active on LinkedIn, so that's how my profile got shortlisted. So first, I won't say LinkedIn is a very good platform. Twitter is, I guess, most of the people like say to me, okay, Twitter is most tech community are mostly active there. So you can try to be active on Twitter. You can try to be active on LinkedIn, and you can post there, and then you can learn from like, I guess, let's say if Avinash is there, I can see, or like even Uday is there, right? Uday has posted a project on LinkedIn. Let's say I am his senior in IIT Madras, and I will obviously try to help him, right? Okay, you can improve this much on a project, this much on a project. So you will gain a real world feedback in that time. So that's how you can start it. Now, can we just approach any professor from any university even if you don't have any? Yeah, in their subject. No, that's where you went wrong, right? So let's say I am targeting a professor. Nee, on the very first hand, how you will target a professor: let's say you have a problem, you have a subject, you have a good mastery on. See, okay, what professor has what which professor teaches this subject, or which professor is doing research in this particular area. Then you should cold mail them. You can't like cold mail blindly to any professor. What can I do with this? No, not much. For example, radar eco signals data. Nowadays, what is happening in radar eco signals data? You can try like generating synthetic data, if I'm not wrong. I don't know like about radar signals data. Yeah. Already research paper my final project with data science project implementation. How can I showcase that? Simple. In resume, either if you have that research paper as a publication, show that like in a publication headline, in which type of conference what is, or in type of what of journal what is. You have tiers in conference and journals. Please see on that, please see on the net in what journal or conference that lies. If it's a very, let's say, a star or like a B, it's very good. In same journals, if it's Q1, it's very good. Otherwise, not that much of a good paper or journal, I will say. Because in India, like, tier matters. Like, to community professor, should we first need to come up with a research problem? No. Research problem, mostly what will happen, any professor will take your interview for RShip, and then he will give you a problem, because he's mentoring so much students. He's mentoring PhD students, he's mentoring MTech students. He will now mentor you, might be. So he has his lab already, right? So he will just say, okay, my research lab is tackling this problem, so I want you to help a PhD guy. So then as an undergraduate or like you will help him or her. So that should be. So now a second thing can be like, that can be in your luck, I guess. Then you have a research problem, you called me the professor regarding a research problem, and might be luckily he's also working on that only. So then you can, yeah, then it's a, like, what will say, God's match. Okay, yeah, God has said, okay, this professor is for you. So that's how you can get. Okay, so yeah, and projects can be this only, yeah, that I'll say. Now I won't say ki do like your end to end something proper, like deployment be on cloud or anything. Yeah, you can, what you can do, let's say you don't have any cloud, right? I know like IITM provides, I guess, Azure and all, if I'm not wrong. But let's say you don't have a Streamlit, do a local implementation, record the video, and put the video link in your resume. This is my project. So this can show, okay, this project actually works, right? So you can do that also for your project. Try to participate in hackathons if you're not getting any problems. If you're like brain stuck, okay, I'm not getting any problem to solve, participate in hackathons. Hackathons can be a game changer. Even in some hackathons, many startup founders or many big tech guys came as a judge or as mentors. So you can do a conversation with them, you can try to exchange emails or like any phone numbers, and you can try to get a referral from them. So it's more about, when you have done your projects, when you have done everything, how are you representing yourself? Because let's say I have 10 others like me, let's say. So how you will be the best of all the 10? You have to represent yourself. Be hungry, as we say. Deep learning models are data hungry. Training models on synthetic data can be a possibility, but do you think that model is deployable in the real world? Bro, nowadays, if you will read latest research papers, most of the professors are generating synthetic data on NLP side, and then they are just fine tuning the model on that. In real world, might be, let's say you have deployed a model, then you are taking the input from the user also. Okay, this is the bad output, this is the right output. Then you can try to do a RLHF technique sort of. In real world, in a very large scale company, it might not. You can't do that because like as the company as a large, the whole large will be the implications. But in startups right now, like in Figure also, like in any other, we can try. Okay, we have a very small user group right now, we can just focus on that, then we can do a whole pipeline. So it all depends in which company you are and what are you targeting. I'm working in mechanical domain. How do I find projects after completing my data center? What advice would you give to me? Mechanical, I guess, mechanistic interpretability of ML. I guess there is this. There are, I guess, from mechanical domain you can do data science projects. But you can, yeah, you can search on that. I guess some Stanford people are in physically informed networks. I guess there are some things from mechanical side. Yeah. My question is how to read research paper. It is very hard to understand. Are MLF and MLT good foundation for that? Research paper and MLF MLT are two things huge apart. Sorry to say. So MLF and MLT are your foundations for machine learning, like any algorithm, like any, let's say, linear regression. So how, linear regression's derivation. So that will go in depth. Harish sir has done a very fabulous job with Arun sir, to be honest. Arun sir is like my favorite for MLT and all. So I will say like, these are very good for ML and to get a good grasp on the maths behind the ML and MLT. Because MLT are majorly your stats 2, but stats 2 advanced, sort of, you can say that. Okay, now let's say you are saying ki for reading a research paper, I will recommend there's a blog by Precog. What is Precog? Precog is a research community by IIIT Hyderabad, and degree level students might know from PK sir, Ponurangam Kumraguru sir. Yeah. So Precog has, I guess, a blog on that, how to read a research paper. So you can go through that. I will give a gist. What is my perspective? Like how do I will? I will just go first. I will target. Okay, what domain I am trying to apply the research paper. Let's say financial domain or like any multilingual domain or any domain. So first I will see what are the state of the art research papers. Then I will say, okay, what is my problem, and if someone has catered a similar problem in that domain. Let's say I have a huge pile. Now I have say, okay, this problem. Then the pile is reduced. Then I will say, okay, then I will give a bird eye view of all the papers I found. Like, but let's say I found 50, but I will do 50. I will now here comes will be the metrics. Okay, what is the latest research paper? Have they have any results, good results, and is there any GitHub implementation or any? Then I will give a bird eye view. Then I will say, okay, this is the best. I can implement this on a very small scale or a very large scale according to my GPUs, and then I will just implement that. That's how I go with the research paper. And also research paper will matter a lot in which conference or in which journal it is published again. Then you can, it will be a very filter criteria, right? Okay, how you will get, okay, let's say if research paper is in very good conference, okay, this might have gone through a very good amount of what you will say feedbacks and all. So and it has been published now, so it will be very good paper. Yeah, research papers are designed to be relevant for echo chambers of that subject. More you read, more you learn how to read them, I think. Yeah, very good, Abhishek. Yeah, very good. Yeah, do I guess I have my question is how to read. Okay, do MLT, MLF and MLP give enough do MLT and MLF MLP give enough experience to get into a job and also have to understand research papers? No, bro. Sorry. Job perspective, yes, I guess as a data analyst or like as a normal data scientist, you can. Now the thing is, our whole domain is very blurry, like this background. What is this basically? Some people will say data science, some companies will say data scientist task is this and this and this and that. Sometimes company will say, okay, data scientist to hum le rahe hain, but we will give him some task regarding data engineering or data analyst. Some people say, like in American Express, data scientist task is SQL and Python, nothing else. The whole modeling there do ML engineer or like any other. So according to roles, your task will vary. And even managers don't know what to give the task to which role right now. Because this field is emerging right now, right? Many roles are coming. Like now LLM engineers is one role which is coming. I don't know why. Like you can just call ML engineer, you can give him, but okay. So I will say MLF, MLT, MLP, yeah, can data analyst to data scientist. So, like just also practice DBMS with it also, like SQL queries and all. So you will be able to get a job. Yeah. Well, now again job will vary according what is your institute. Like for, I guess, very like for the very first job, institute varies. Your CGPA, I'm just not that, I guess a decent CGPA 7.5 or above, and or like 7 above, I guess it varies again according to companies. Again, startups don't see any of these things. What I'm trying to say, I'm saying about all the big tech guys. Okay, so like FANG majorly. So institute, your CGPA, then your skills. How That's why how FANG shortlist. Google doesn't care about even institute, they just see okay CGPA and skills, because those are mostly DSA friendly. Then they will ask you about ML, then they will give you a ML software engineer role. That's how any FANG goes. General question. Okay, research papers are designed. Okay, could you please connect for your next? Yeah, obviously, Namrata. Yeah. General questions. After completing the data science diploma, what next we should do? Cloud learning, deep learning, is there any pathway? I will just share a LinkedIn post with you all. Like I have already written, okay, what was my journey throughout. So what I did, I was like, I will just speak also. Yeah. So first foundations, MLF, MLT, and MLB. A good Kaggle rank. I guess I was in top 10 or something in Kaggle MLP. Yeah. So I would just did ensemble learning, nothing else. Then after that, deep learning, because nowadays people are shifting towards LLMs and RAG architecture and all. So deep learning and intro to LLMs by Mitesh sir is like chef's kiss course, to be honest, and my favorite course of all. So he will teach you a lot in depth of all the things, all the integrities of the whole architecture of transformers and everything. People can follow Andrej Kaparthi also, or people can follow what was his name? Pushpak Bhattacharya. He was IIT Patna director, and now he is an associate professor in IIT Bombay, and he was the PhD advisor of Mitesh sir. So Mitesh sir did PhD under him. So you can just take a okay next step leap. Okay, Mitesh sir Bini, we will ask his guru. So you can try to learn from Pushpak Bhattacharya, also professor. He has his lab, I guess trust lab in IIT Bombay or something. So you can try to mail him also for any RShip and all. Yeah, he's working nowadays in legal domain, legal AI. Yeah. So the field of so for FANG we need like 7 or 8 CGPA. Bro, Ashik, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, bro, I have mostly seen 8 or 8.5. They prefer. Or if you have 7, your DSA should be God level. If you have some expert or candidate master rank in code forces and all. So yeah. Or like if you are able to solve good DSA problems, if you can first show that in your resume, okay, you have a very good DSA profile in code share or anything, then you can solve that also. Yeah. The field of data science isn't that mature. That's the reason there's a lot of Asian job requirements across different companies. Very good. Yeah, exactly. Whenever I see data science job, it's required master's, so should we focus on MTech or we should focus on project, internship, research paper? Yeah, again varies according to company profiles, right? Again, I will say कि data science में yeah masters, people ask for masters a lot in big tech companies again, but sometimes in big tech companies more I've seen people will prefer IIT folks rather than some master. Like they will pick some bachelor folks of IIT Bombay or IIT Delhi rather than go with some MTech or MS guy from any another university. I've seen that a lot. So mostly it's all about your university again. And second thing, let's say your, I guess, mindset. Because if you like, let's say I have 3 people in my room. I'm a BTech, I have a MTech, I have a PhD. The whole mindset changes a lot. So I guess the company is targeting for that mindset. So if you can show in BTech level also that you have a paper that is equivalent to a PhD guy or equivalent to a MTech guy, they will hire you. Now, how to get that paper is another thing that you have to do again cold mailing to a lot of IIT professors. You have to go to their labs. You have to work with them. So again, the whole thing will come. So you can, and also when you will do a research paper with them, or you can get a good LOR, and you can pursue your masters outside also. That will help you a lot. What is your CGPA, bro? I don't answer that question in public. Sorry, money palette. What do you think, PyTorch or TensorFlow, which is most relevant in industry? Very good question, Rishit. Yeah, depending on the company, I guess some companies use TensorFlow, some companies use PyTorch. I am using PyTorch. Yeah. Any more questions? Please keep on coming. Yeah. Buddha, you have some questions if you have some questions ready or like any other.
Right now, I mean, whenever I think of typing a question, the same question pops up in the chat box. So yeah, my all the questions that I have right now are here.
Okay, what if we don't know DSA? Bro, even I am that much low. I also don't know that much DSA, but Madhavan sir has did his work for me. DSA for Python. You can at least go through a little bit of that. Okay, what are the time complexities? What are the different things and all, and just practice like one question a day. You can practice. Yeah. So can you
Just
share your? Yeah,
just a
yeah,
quick
Vidya.
one question. So now that after completing the diploma, so now that everybody is actually asking about deep learning, LLM, and all those stuffs. Now that if the actually that the 3 years back the only the diploma the existing curriculum will actually serve us to enter into the industry. But
Hmm.
now the demand is actually more on the deep learning, LLM, CNN. So that is it actually making sense to do some Coursera courses? Like there is one from the Andrew and G's deep
Yeah,
learning specialization.
yeah, I got a question. I got a question. So, yeah, that's my journey. I guess you were trying to see. I am in diploma right now. I have just completed my diploma in data science. I'm just about to complete my diploma in programming. Vidya, sir, can you mute? Yeah, yeah.
Sure, sure,
So,
sure.
yeah, yeah. So I have just completed my diploma in data science a year back. I'm just about to complete my diploma in programming. Now it took a lot of time. People are saying you will not be able to go into degree level because there are some restrictions now, right? Because you have to complete diploma in this much time only. But what the time I took basically, I did all the deep learning courses. I did mostly like of the Mitesh are only LMs and the deep learning courses. That is in actually degree level. I did it in my in diploma level only by how? By just going through YouTube videos of this. Because all the videos of degree level students of all the things are available on our IIT and BS channel. I just read through all. I made notes. I talked with professors. Okay, I have did this. I have did this. As this is my proof. This is my proof. I have did this. Can I just have a RShip with you? Can I just have like a project intern under you? So that's how it works for me. Now let's say if you have asked a LLM question right now, I can answer that like on the whole architecture level, which you should have. I also interviewed for AI for Bharat lab with Mitesh sir and Raj Dapre sir and Anup Kunchukuntun sir. I met Anup Kunchukuntun sir in Triple IT Delhi back then. So that's how I interacted with him, and that's how I got his mail, and that got his cold mail. Yeah, and I did the interview. And then I did the assignment. That was implementing a Google deep learning paper. So I did that also. That was pretty good to be honest. So yeah, is curriculum in IITM for sufficient to be? Yeah, bro, very much sufficient. If like degree level subjects are best, like I am again saying the deep learning and yeah, LLMs, intro to LLMs. But I'm again saying if you are doing this solely this degree good, if you're a dual degree student, I will say focus on more skills rather than this degree. To be honest, for me, skills works more because in industry we are need out of skills, so you can do that. Yeah, there's a hackathon being organized in our college, and this is the first hackathon I'm going to attend as a data science student. I need help in finalizing the project. Nice. How to get RN project inside cold mail? Like one clear answer. You can find a template. I will share my template with you all. You can DM me on LinkedIn or all. I will just share a cold template with you. You can just try with that, or you can just search on the net. But I will try to say, like I will try to advise, don't write anything like let's say you're connecting with me or you're connecting with any professor or anyone. Don't uh, don't try any salutation or anything with LLM. Like don't okay bro, chat GPT, write an email for me this and this. Please don't. We got the format yaar ki you have written this by chat GPT. You have not written, you are not doing any effort to connect with us. Even nowadays my LinkedIn is flooded. I don't answer any of these because I know they're just LinkedIn only says okay, hi Sayyam, how great have you been. People are just writing that to me. I'm like, okay bro, you are not even trying to do an effort. Why should I, so yeah, I'm doing offline BTech this BS degree, but it's getting tough to manage both. So I wish to withdraw from this BS degree. What should I focus on? Bro, skills. Aryan, I'm more of a kind of you only. Yeah, yeah. I am also in the same very. I'm in the very same space like you. Yeah. Can we work in big ML project? Yeah. Wait. I guess okay. Wait. So let's start from the very basic from where I was. Um, I guess I shift. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just like, what is the CGPA? I said, okay, what do you think? I have answered this. What if you don't know? I said, do Madhavan sir course, or you can do NEET code or LEAD code. You have some courses there as well. Sir, can you share your contact details or email ID? you can, I guess, SPCs have tagged me in their LinkedIn post. You can just search me there. Yeah. Is there a future in gaming industry with ML experience? Bro, text to 3D models that are happening in Blender nowadays, that people are mostly coming in XR also, computer vision is highly growing. So yeah, gaming industry with ML is going through a lot. It is being driven. So yeah, very right now good space to be in. But in India particularly not, sorry to say, you have to go to US for that, for the opportunities. In gaming industry in India, it's none. No ML there. Pata nahi, I don't know. It's not growing that much in India. What do you say is the most important part for the MLP project? Hmm, I guess every part, right? Because for MLP project, pre-processing, because I'm mostly seeing the Kaggle data set that they give, you have to see, okay, what particular feature you have to, feature selection and first and second, yeah. Fourth, third and fourth will happen. Like fourth is nothing, but I would say first and second are very important. Few companies ask for a master degree, so which master degree is best for MS Starts or MTech in CS or MS in CS or MS in Mathematics, etc. Bro, depends on the company again, right? MS in mathematics can get you a very good quant job. Let's say if you are targeting quant firms. But MTech and CS can get you any SOT job as well. Let's say there are two companies. First is coming for an AI, then coming and another company is coming for SOT. Let's say you're not able to give the AI interview. Let's say anything bad has happened, you're not getting selected in that company. But now if you have an MTech in CS, you can see certain SOD interviews, right? Because companies will prefer you also in MTech CS. So I will mostly prefer MTech CS in specialization in AI and all that, rather than. But now if you're going to US, MTech concept is in India mostly. Outside India, it's mostly MS. So you can try MS there. Yeah, works. Bro, can you please brief the complete roadmap from beginning? Aryan, complete roadmap from my side. It will be again foundation subjects, stats to maths to major focus. Then go for MLF, MLP, MLT. If you're only targeting ML engineering role, I'm not, because diploma in programming is not that of a good use except DBMS. Then after doing and DSA obviously, yeah. So yeah, first from deployment programming do DSA, then do your that DBMS. From diploma in data science do all subjects. To be honest, very good diploma. Then from your degree level subjects you can do intro to DL, then intro to DL for CV by Balaraman Subram. No, I guess he was in intro to RL. I'm forgetting some sir's name. Subramaniam sir, I guess he's something. He has just joined for DL for CV from IIT Hyderabad. You can do that course. Then after that, you can do your statistical machine learning courses, some here and there, and then you can go for intro to RL with Balaraman sir. Okay. Then if you want to go for AI safety, AI and all what is happening in the safety side, legal side, you can do PK sir course, irresponsible and safe AI, which has just started, I guess, right now in July only in NPTEL, right now. And also, let's say if you want to go into data engineering side and more, you want to get into, okay, what are GNNs, graph neural networks and major, so you can do that big data bioinformatics one, I guess, if I'm not wrong. I guess maths to professor only take it at degree level. Okay, so you can do that. Suggest me a project, bro, please. I can't hear. Few okay, suggest me a project. Which field according to is more good, diploma in data science or a diploma? Good to diploma in data science or diploma in data science and going for higher education also. Higher education works if you want to go into a very good company, or if you want to get exposure in US. Then yeah. How to get into big projects with ML? Pursuing companies like Google and Microsoft. Do they really give big projects to outsiders? No. Is curriculum of IIT sufficient? Yes. How to get RS at a cold mail? I have been teaching field since 5 years. Want to change domain? Any suggestions? I asked start from like any TA ship under a professor, showing you have a like good background in ML and all. Then try to go for like some. Then you can just, I guess, you can start make some projects here and there, and you can just start with your resume there. Like you can start, okay, see what other companies hiring for, and are they seeing experience, like some they might not mention, but they internally have this, we don't take this much age gap, we can't, we just want someone who just graduated and all these things. So people try to check. Some companies say this bluntly, somewhat, so you have to see. I'm standalone doing so nice. Can we work in big H? Okay, I'm doing offline BTech in this. Okay, LLM or CV, which as I should learn first. Any resources? LLM or CV, any resource? NPTEL. Just go to our IIT MBS degree YouTube playlist. You have there everything. Um, You said you will share those LinkedIn posts regarding your roadmap. Yeah, I will share in a few minutes. Yeah, I have been in teaching field since 5 years. Okay, like I have some level of comfortable in DS. Is it be useful in machine learning journey? Yes, very useful. You mentioned that you coordinate professors after going over the DL and item codes. What is the proc success rate of this approach? Do you think they usually tend to agree to your RSHP request? Yes. Basically, RSHP request, they will see, okay, you have done this much course, then they will give you an interview opportunity. Then you have to ace that interview, no? Then they will only take you as an RA, right? So that depends on the interview. Sad to hear about gaming future in India. I'm good in Blender and coding and physics. Really wanted to make use for that, bro. You can try text to 3D models are most in the CV space in your vision transformers and all are coming. Many people are just doing, okay, LLM make this 3D model and just that goes into the blender. Even my one of my brothers, he is working in Adobe, and side by side he is doing a good project with Purdue, so he's working on this only. So yeah, I'm a working professional in tech company currently in foundation. It is going to take long time to complete the course, but I want to get skills good enough to pick any project. Any suggestions? Hi sir, hi Mishkat sir. Please, you can just try pick good enough any ML project. Let's say foundation. If you're like not foundation, what I'll say, if you have any foundation ML project, you can do see direct MLP. MLP will give you a good boost. Okay, what should be there, what should not be there. Then if you want to go into DL side, do intro to DL and intro to LMs, and you can start with any DL or LM project. Bro, can you please brief the roadmap from very beginning? Roadmap.sh. Shivang, very nice. We need Balasuni. Yes, thank you, Ravi. What is typically asked in interviews, ML models, deep learning, NLP, transform? How much in depth should we deep down in maths? Again, depends on company to company. Amazon, applied scientist, or let's say, what was that company? Yeah, even Flipkart. In the very first round, they ask maths and DSA very heavily. Then in their third or fourth round, they will say, okay, this is much needed, this is much is not needed. So again, depends on company to company. You should probably learn maths, I will say. Is implementing supervision from scratch just numpy and math a good idea for a project and worth showcasing? No, bro, see, that was my first project, but I didn't showcase it to anyone. I just implemented for myself to get a good grasp of algorithms. So not a very good industry project, So yeah, our Coursera course level, yes, good enough. Yeah, but again, good, very good, Shivang. Yeah, don't have that much in depth. Again, yeah. Acha, your question only, Jana. I'm currently pursuing MSc in Applied Stats along with diploma level. I have dissertation next semester in my college. And how do I decide on what to do with the data I have in my mind right now? Next semester in my college, and how do I decide on what to do with the data? What data you have? Depends.
I have something medical data, so half of, 50% of data has been corrected. And the next 50% I'm on the way. I've just mailed a few people to send me the data, so I'm just waiting for that. So it's like a combination of images as well as Excel data. Uh,
You can see now based on the medical data what you can do. You can make some recommendations, right? Okay, if this is much, this is much, is that. So now here you can use GPT. You have your Gemini. These are the closed source APIs. You have your open source APIs also from Hugging Face. You can try to use that also. You just have to see what you wanna give as a product to me. Let's say I have some. Let's say your dadi is there, your mother is there. What are the problems are they facing in the medical domain? How your data can be useful to them? Try to think it like that way. And how will you represent that to them? So that can, how will you represent to them? That can, you have an app or a website. Then if you have some, okay, how you will represent to them, that will be your algorithm, right? How you are going to do that. Now, will you be using ready-made solutions to fast pace your idea? Let's say by GPT, Gemini, or you want to uh, want to train a model from very scratch. Again, depends. You're on your GPU, on your requirements and everything. DS in Python is better than any other language. Very good question, Aryan. Depends again on company. Some companies say do DS in Python, C++ or any. They just want to test your skills of the DSA. So I will say you can do DSA. Now some companies are, let's say, are hiring for a role of software engineer. Now they have their team mentioned for which team they're hiring. So might be possible in that team no one has a tech stack of Python. They have a tech stack of C or Java or C++. Then your interview in Python won't be that of a good use to them. So they will give a rejection. So that's how very, very small things matter a lot in these interviews. So if you are going for any SD role, particularly in C, Java backend type, then yeah, C, Java helps. But if you're going in towards particular ML role, yeah, Python always will. Even latest interview of Eric Schmidt in Stanford, Eric said, "Get at one time I didn't want to like want Python to grow that much, but now Python is at that stage in every field in ML, it's being used. Even ex-CEO of Google said that no one can see what the predictability of the language is. I will say Python is the good right now. How much does GitHub account help in us in portfolio management instead of Kaggle? Can you use GitHub profile? Yeah, GitHub can help you in, yeah, you can obviously, let's say, you have done your project on Kaggle, post it on GitHub also. I have did that also, no? Make your GitHub and Kaggle strong, and say lead code like 100 to 200 to 300 questions if you can. So I'm currently pursuing civil engineering and about to complete my diploma in and also research internship at IIT Madras and IIT Kanpur in data science. Now plan to do machine learning. Want to know your feedback? Very good actually. Do MS in but okay. If you want to go to US and if you want to have some research opportunities there, then you can try for MS. But if you want to stick to industry, you have very good experience. Start code milling. Start code milling companies. Start code milling their careers websites, and you can just go with the interview. Industry experience more rather MS. I will truly say I will also have listened it from my seniors, from my everyone around me. That's why I also shifted. I was getting an offer of PhD from IIIT Delhi. I didn't take that on the very set thing because industry experience than any degree. Yeah. What is the min max salary in India and foreign also in data science programming both? Avinash, you can search that on net, please. Bro, after completing MLP, MLT, we can start cold milling. Yes, you can start. You can, after MLP and MLT, you can cold mill Arun sir also. Like you can say, okay, Arun sir, I've done this MLP and MLT and I might know this basic programming of Python. How? Again, depends on the receiver. Will he say, okay, your skills are good enough for me right now, or will he say, okay, these are not good enough for me? So again, depends on the receiver side. So please course name those you're suggesting. Tell also location. Course free or all free, and you can watch it on NPTEL. You can watch it. You can go to our YouTube IITMBS YouTube channel, and you have their courses there. You can try from studying there. Roadmap.sh is not that much. I guess they have just to do some partnership with something. I don't know. Is that more reliable or not? What projects have you mentioned in your resume? It's on LinkedIn. You can search it on that. Mostly AI for Bharat one, latest. And like, let's say whenever I was in a startup, they always hired me by giving an assignment and a DS round. So that assignment, I took it and I made a project out of it. Yeah, end to end. So how much can we expect salary ranges of fresh and startups and ML engineer? Bro, my salary is like the base salary is on par with FAM. I will just say that. So it's very good. You can expect, but again, depends on the startup funding and many such things. You simply can't. Okay. In RA-ship, what do you think the professors will get in taking us as a RA? Do you think learning DLMs even mentioning in the mail enough? What else should be mentioned in the mail? Try contacting professors, but I will say try contacting their PhD students first, because the PhD guy will know more about the lab, what is happening inside the lab, and he can guide you more. Then he can say, okay, do this and do this. Then you can cold mail the professor with CC PhD student, so they can help you more in that. I later realized that that can give you good edge. So try contacting PhD students, to be honest. Can you please suggest some resources to learn the how do we know who are the PhD students? Bro, just take any, let's say IIT Madras, take any professor, gave his lab name, PhD students have their own portfolio there and there. You can just search it on it. It will take you more searching, but you will get the names. You can search it on LinkedIn also. Can you please suggest some resources to learn the foundation of MLDL of the like introduction methods algorithms? Bro, MLF and MLT. Yoga, it's to you. Yeah. How to join figure design, what I need to crack its interview. Sorry, we are not hiring right now, and I already took 4 to 5 people interview yesterday of IIT and BS degree level students only. Not much in depth, do they know? So sorry, I didn't take them, and I won't probably taking. So yeah, which would you be comfortable for universal Python or C++ from Indian industry perspectives? What is better to do? C++, to be honest. If you're not targeting ML engineering, then C++ for Java. If you're targeting ML, then Python, C++, both CS, C++ for DS and all, and then Python you can show your dev side. Basically, there's DSS side and dev side, right? So you just have to show both a balance. In the job environment, would we be expected to use existing algorithms or build one model from the scratch? Depends on the company. If company is very fast paced forward, they will probably say use a solution that is available. If there's some targeting from very foundation, they have resources, again GPU resources, then they will probably say okay, train the model from scratch. But nowadays most companies don't have that much resources except FANG. So nobody trains from very scratch. Let's say any research company, any academia, they might say, but not in like major companies. If I ask you for level, what you look in me, for what reasons you will be rejecting me? Projects might be, then how you have implemented projects are like. Now let's say I've taken an interview, are you able to go in depth in your projects, are you able to answer theoretical good questions about DLLMs? Let's say you have a transformer architecture, encoder and decoder, so you should know what is encoder, what is decoder, how transformers came into being, what is the main thing that changed the whole transformer space. So you should know very theoretical questions, and then practical implementations too. I will just give a gauge on whole, like on your proper theoretical side and proper your dev side. Yeah, BTech and CS is better than BS in data science. Industry wise, yes. Sorry, in India, yes. But I guess it might change. Our degree might change the perspective. Who knows? But it's a very positive outlook. We should see towards. But I will say right now, yeah, BTech and CS. But I have seen in some companies also people don't have degree, they just do freelance and then they just get promoted to a very permanent job. So again, India is a very mix of diversity right here. So yeah, BTech and CS is good. I will say you can start from there. Yeah, any more questions? We have 7 minutes. Tanmay, please can we go towards a little not figure? Yeah, normal data science questions or like MA questions, yeah, regarding to your perspective, regarding to your career questions, anything, but not figure, please. Sorry. Interview process remains the same throughout all the startups. I'm not saying figure. Throughout the startups, cold mail, either they will cold mail you or you will cold mail them. Then they will see if you have a hiring position available. Then they might say a DSA round. Then they might give you an assignment. Then they might give you go through your resume and do a project round. Then a manager round. So these rounds happened with me in figure. I will say you can do a template, normal, do a cold mail template. Like cold email format can be for professors. Some professors don't like very big mails. So I will just say ki take your all the information and make a good 2-page CV. Not resume is 1 page, CV is 2 page. So go to a CV like 2 page or 3 page. Keep your all information in your CV and resume. Then in your mail, just say, "Hi professor, I came to your profile by this and this. I have read your latest research paper. You have implemented this. I might help you in implementing it more by giving this and this input, and it might increase it more. I have done this one, this, and I can give you 3 reasons to hire him as an undergraduate research assistant, and how can I help your lab and your vision. And this will help me to get a good LOR and to get a good what do you say, an experience as a research lab. Regards, thank you for your time." Yeah. Why it is called cold? Am I too old to know this? Hi Abhishek, nobody is too old to know anything. Learning is a curve, right? So cold mail, because you are cold mail, so why not hot mail? Even my answer to this is okay. Why we are not calling it hot mail? Cold mail is something you don't know the professor. Let's say I don't know Uday right now, so I will just cold mail them, right? So I will just cold mail him. I will mail him. So cold mail is that, yeah. So depends on that, yeah. Again, yeah. Is a project from YouTube good enough? Good enough, but you should know in depth, and you should able to represent it. But again, I will ask questions. Okay, let's say you did this project. If you change this, why you have picked this particular tech stack, or why this? So you should answer, yeah, questions about that. Is MPhil certificate more significant than BS degree? Depends. Can't say, because this BS degree is only NPTEL certification. They just stacked it like an MLP regressor. Hey, do this, and then the whole degree comes out. So yeah, I guess if on the skill wise, you can just focus on the NPTEL, not the degree. Sir, I want to learn each and everything in depth. I'm studying DL right now and we'll be doing LM later. I want to have good understanding of ML and LM. Which language is good for me for DSA, Python, or any other suggestion for me? If ML engineering you are targeting, and that too in startups and not in big techs, again, I will say DSA for Python is good enough. You can start doing courses again, LLMs, TL, by Andrew NG you can do, but that too old one, not present one, because that are not in depth. Stanford online courses are good enough in their YouTube lectures, the whole 1 hour, 20 and all. That was the big good thing of me. For deep learning, I guess there's one book suggestion by Mitesh sir only, Deep Dive into Deep Learning, if I'm not wrong. So you can refer that book. So it has his book also available on the net, also in a very good interface. You can read it there. Then you can try implementing papers. You can try reading papers, research papers. That can always give you a good grasp. Yeah. DSA, for DSA Python, if you're targeting startups, if you're targeting big techs, let's say you have a mind in big techs, so I can say go for DSA and C++, and for dev side you can do Python. As per Indian industry perspective, which is best choice to do, skills or degree? Degree. Joined a bit late. I want to know what type of extra skills apart from what we learn academically I learn for use in job or practical world environments. So for practical world, you will see what tech stack like is working for you, what tech stack is helping. Like tech stack can be like any ML ops platform, like GCP you are using or AWS you are using. So academically they won't teach you about this, right? So you can see what particular framework you can try to use, you can try to pace up your work. So that will depend again how the extra skills apart from academically that will help. Like let's say in academically they are teaching about me MLP, so we are teaching about me like scikit-learn or PyTorch. Are they teaching me how to deploy models? How are they teaching me how to use PyTorch for like converting the models into ONXX? Are they teaching me about knowledge distillation or pruning? So some topics they might have left in academics that might be good in industry, so you can try to pick that. Any suggestions for beginner intermediate ML projects? Shivan, ML projects, yeah, again, research papers, implementation, and Kaggle, to be honest. You will get a good, just open Kaggle, you will just get a good amount of problems there. Sir, I was saying that N+ student have more weightage than PS degree certificate. No, PS degree certificate will have more advantage because that will show you your alumni of IIT degree, right? So it will have a more advantage. But I'm saying, let's say if you're focused on the hands-on skills, let's say I have a problem right now and I want to learn about it in depth right now only, and I have not the subject right now in my IIT, then you can go for NPTEL. That's what I'm saying. If someone is doing this degree, okay, questions. Okay, 1 minute. I'm just like you should end right to the like just please stop the questions. Yeah, please. Yeah, right now I won't be taking. Yeah. So you're saying that okay, if someone is doing this degree alone, should they go for masters to get a good job or they just focus project? See, I have heard from somewhere BS plus MS equal weightage is equal to a BTech. So I guess you should go for a master's. Let's say because let's say I'm a beta guy, I got a full PhD offer from triple IT. BS people won't get until they have a MS. So many people from DU do first BS, then an MS, then they get a PhD offer. So it depends how are they treating BS and BTech, because BS again BSc people assigned with BS in India, particular Indian mindset, and they will assume okay 3 years degree, not a 4 years degree. So again depends. How would we, if someone okay yeah, so I will say go for masters if you can. Yeah. How should we learn deep learning in its math information if I tend to forget it after some time, requiring me to start from scratch? Then may just notes, bro. I have legit 70 pages notes, 50 pages notes from Mitesh Kapla sir. I just go through them sometimes to get a good grasp. Yeah. Can you suggest some research paper to improve Q&A retrieval system accuracy? I'm doing this project using RAG and Llama 8.1b model cohort, have a database of 1000 PDFs. Latest paper Q&A retrieval system. I guess you can see about RAG now, how the latest RAG architectures are incoming. I guess yesterday only some news come about late chunking. You can try with that. I guess that might help in boosting your Q&A retrieval. I guess it was based on that only. Late chunking, LATE chunking. Yeah. I have a GP of 9 in data science field from Osmania University. I have heard about it. I guess it's nice. Should I focus on cracking a job or else MS in abroad? MS in job is a luck, yaar. Let's say you have get an MS like but you're not getting like satisfaction, yaar. मुझे वहाँ MS नहीं करनी. I want to do an MS from any better institute. So for going to a better institute, you have to have LORs, you have to have good research papers, and you have to have good overall good profile. Let's say. So I will say now if you have a job, then after job you can go for MS. That will give you some bonus points in your resume. Okay. After job, if he's coming for an MS, he knows why he's coming to an MS. if you're going for an MS or PhD, have a solid mind why you are going. I will say that. Yeah. I guess Uday, we should end here.
Okay, sir. We end the session now. Thank you all for this participating and posting all the questions in the chat box. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful, insightful, and interactive session. You have mentioned everything about how to decide a niche while doing a project and how to proceed further by leveraging our technical skills as well as our theoretical skills. And also the points that you have mentioned regarding how to approach a professor, maybe how to professor their scholars or maybe some other professional person who has a good experience in a particular field. So I guess I am sure all these points will help everyone who have attended this session, including me as well. Thank you for taking time and sharing all your insights in building our career. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you everyone
Bye.
for joining this session.
Bye. Bye,
Thank you, sir.
everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Mahesh sir, you can end the session. You can end the stream. Sir, you can end the stream, sir.